Now, Serena will be presenting her speech titled Grace College, the Transformation Place. I have a little introduction for you too, so courtesy of Serena. On the surface, the Grace Opportunities for Adult Learners, also known as the GOAL program, I see what they did there, is a bachelor's completion program where a student who has 60 credits can enroll. The program is designed for busy adults with families and jobs where applied learning in a cohort setting is key. But inside of the GOAL program, there is a whole different story to tell. Today, Serena is going to share the inside story of how Grace was her transformation place. Also, I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce our guest. Chase, welcome.
Welcome, Chase.
Welcome, Chase.
Is that like you?
Yes. So, everyone, I want you to imagine that this is my goal. I need to achieve this goal. It's important to me. Keep in mind, I must achieve my goal. Here I go. I'm going for my goal. I need my goal.
Nope. It's too difficult.
No, I can do this. I can.
No. Nobody's going to believe that you can accomplish it.
Probably right. They've been saying that for years. But maybe I can. Maybe this time. Maybe I can do it this time.
Sorry.
Thank you, insecurity roadblock, for not allowing me to achieve my goal. Dear Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and our honored guests, who among you has ever had a goal, but a roadblock, like the insecurity roadblock, who can sit down now, has prevented you from achieving this goal? Today, I want to share my personal experience of overcoming my stubborn insecurity roadblock through the Grace College GOAL program. I want to share a little history of who I was before GOAL, the Grace transformation that occurred, and life after Grace. So my hope is that you are going to leave here inspired to achieve your goals when a roadblock attempts to stand in your way. And I'd also like you to think about others that may have a similar story to me and to share that story with them. Life before Grace. For years I heard, you're an idiot. You can't accomplish anything. You can't do anything right. Get out of my way. This not only came from classmates, a few teachers, but it came from my, who I thought loved me, husband at the time. I began to believe what I had heard over the years, because if somebody who loves me thinks it, it must be true, right? So, moving on to a happier tale, I met my husband that I have now. Total difference. He's my best friend, and he has always given me complete support. He always said things like, I believe in you. I'm in your corner. But I couldn't believe it. I'd heard that for so long that I could not believe that it was true. But he persuaded me to go to college, a dream that I thought I could never achieve. Before Grace College, I had been to 3 other colleges, but that insecurity roadblock would not leave me alone. No matter how much I tried, I got good grades, but I couldn't relate to people because I did not trust them. I always felt like I was the outcast of the group. And then one day, I applied to the nursing program at Bethel College that's at Grace. Well, I was waitlisted, and while I was waitlisted, I decided, with some persuasion, to join the GOAL program. And when I walked in for my first class, who met me at the door? Insecurity roadblock. I walked in, I looked around, I said, yep, I'm the loser of the bunch, and I sat down. I stayed quiet. I had determined that I was going to get through this, but I didn't think anything was going to change in my life. So the first class that I took was different than any class I had ever taken before. The class was talking about, the teacher was named Cindy, and she was talking about the Kohlberg stages of moral development, and how some people, there's something that blocked them as they were younger, and they had to go back and revisit that so that they could move forward with their lives. That struck something with me, because I realized at that moment that I needed to revisit a portion of my life. Little did I know at that time that I was going to find that in the GOLD program. The next class I took was the Gifts Differing class, where I learned about MBTI, which I presented on last time. And for the first time in my life, I was able to say, it's okay to be me. That really kicked off the transformation that started to happen in my life. I could see the insecurity roadblock was shrinking just enough for me to finally see that goal. With each class that I experienced, the encouragement from my professors, the trust and acceptance I had with the cohort that I was in, I started to feel like I was achieving my goal. So one day I'm standing on the stage ready to accept my diploma, and I achieved my goal. And the feeling that overcame me totally blew the roadblock out of the water. Sorry. I was afraid I would do this. So with my life after Grace, I now have my bachelor's degree, I have a master's, and I'm working on my second master's. I'm here at Depew doing things that I never thought would be possible if it had not been for the Grace transformation that I had. My goal for this presentation was to leave you here inspired, to achieve your goals despite insecurity roadblocks or whatever roadblocks they are. I provided a glimpse of my life before Grace, my Grace transformation, and my life after Grace. I hope that you leave here to tell others that Grace College, the GOLD program, is not just a class, it's not just a program, it truly is a transformation place. Thank you.
Serena's objectives were to use voice volume, pitch, rate, and quality to reflect and add meaning and interest to her message. To use pauses to enhance her message and use vocal variety smoothly and naturally. I love the intro because it was fun, different, and it captured our attention right away. And the fact that she made the goal an actual object that you could see made it very relatable. The other part of the speech that we can all relate to is that our self-limiting beliefs are always the thing that get in our head and reduce our potential, because we all have so much more potential than we realize. I liked a lot of things about Serena's speech. She used her pause very effectively when she got emotional, and I was so glad because I was emotional, and if she hadn't stopped, I was probably going to need a cup of tissue. But those are the times where when we speak and we really feel it, that then the audience can feel it too, because we've all probably been in similar situations where the doubt devil's sitting on our shoulder saying, you suck, you're not very good. So we need to just flip that off. But, so we could relate to that. And then how you used insecurity roadblock, that became almost like a person, kind of like the goal also. So because you made it a kind of a person, it became more real to us as well. It asks what could you have done to make it more effective? Always it's more effective the more practice and when we can give a speech without using notes. But for the purpose of time, I think you did an excellent job. I'm sure you're just like rocking it. You're on number what, 6 is this? Since I left in January, you've done so many. And maybe you could have used another pause. And when I think of where that might have been, when you were talking about your first husband and how, I just wanted to smack him, sorry. But, I mean, if you had just stopped right then and just looked really solemn, like, can't believe that guy did that, but, and just stopped, and then moved on to your other life experience that was just so different than the first. Maybe, I don't know, that's just my opinion. It was hard to find anything that you could improve on. And I didn't know about the goal awareness program. I want to talk to goal program awareness because my daughter's at Grace, so I need to know. But so it was informative also, but mostly it was inspirational, and that makes me emotional. So thank you. Well done.